What's up, guys? This is Phone here with another video, which is a let's play. No, not let's play. A let's animate. Sorry, and it's going to be a car because that was what was requested by somebody on YouTube. So I'm going to do it. And what I've done is I've just downloaded a Fawn Crown Victoria, which is a cop car, and I'm just going to rig it. So first of all, I haven't changed anything. This is how I downloaded it, and I'm just going to import it now. Now you can import 3DS, OBJ, FBX models into Cinema 4D. Stuff like Max files you can't. Although 3DS you think, oh, only 3DS Max can open it up. Cinema 4D is actually compatible with it, so it's all good. So okay, this is going to be a bugger, isn't it? We got our car and we just need to texture it now. So we need to go into the texture folder. Now what's this? Okay, we won't bother with that then. We'll go to the skin cop. Here we go. So we'll create a new material, open it up, and drag that into our material. Turn off specular and start applying it to various segments on the car. I think what we might be able to do is I think they're just going to go on every single one, to be fair. So what you do is, once you've got one here, click on one, hold Control, and just drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. And that's just an easy way to copy the textures onto each mesh. Now, I obviously realise that one is gone funny because the wheels are different, which I know what to do. So, because this is the main one that's going to be used, we're just going to place those on all the vehicles, or all on the meshes, sorry. There we go. So as we can see, everything is fine apart from the wheels, and I found the wheels texture because it's in car. That has got to be the wheels. So we'll create a new texture and drag that one in, and we'll see how that goes. And then we just select the wheels and we drag and drop that one over the top of this one. That didn't really work, did it? That's because I've done the wrong one. I need to grab this texture and drop it on that one. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? So then we just select each wheel and drag and drop our texture onto the relevant mesh. And that is how you sort out textures. So, you know, it's just a bit of using your initiative. And that's all good. So we're ready to go. Now, all these meshes are split, so that helps us. So first of all, what I would do is I'll group all of this. So click one part, click Control A, it selects all of them. Right click, group objects, and then what you do is you click the Enter key and rename it to car. And then what I do is I open up the checkbox and I just select all wheels. So click one, hold Shift, click another one, and just click all wheels. Find one mesh, right click and group, and that instantly groups the 4 meshes that I selected. I'll drag that up to the top and I'll name that wheels, just so we know which one's which. So then we're going to rename the individual wheels. So that one's the back right wheel, so we'll go BR wheel for back right wheel, and then that's the front right wheel, and it's just renaming them just so we know which one's which when we come to find it later. So that's the back left wheel, there we go. And that's the wheels sorted, and we can hide them because that's pretty much sorted for now. So what other things do we want to animate? We've got a door here, so we'll select each door. Right click, group, drag it up, rename it door, or I'll call it doors. And again, we rename one. So that's the front right door. This is the front left door, back right door, and so on and so on. And there we go, and then we can hide it. Now, what have we got here? We've got windows. I bet you those doors... Okay, the doors and windows are different meshes. So, We're going to hide the doors and we're going to select each window. And we will just click one of them, drag them, and just make sure we drag it underneath the, the last grouped box, and that brings all of them up to the top. So we know the top 4 are the windows. So what we need to do is we need to find the right window for the relevant door. So what I do is I uncheck the box, I will grab this window, and that is the back left. So what I'll do is I'll drag that into the back left door and make it a parent. So wherever the door goes, the window will follow. And then do the same with the rest. So that's the front left, drag that into the front left. That one is the back right into that one, and that one's the front right at the top. And then we're going to bring all these checkboxes down again. And again, we'll keep that hidden for the time being. Now, what are these bits? Alright, well that's not going to really work, is it? Right, so what I'm going to do is, because the doors are, when the door opens, you're going to have this in the way, I'm actually going to remove it. And I'll start off with this side first. So I'll just grab that, and then that, and the same for the other side. There we are. I think I might just delete that mesh as well. And then the same for the back. Just making sure we got anything deleted that we don't really want. Which I think that's pretty much fine once I've got these 2 last little bits. Anything that's pointing out? Yeah, I think that's all good. Right. We've got the steering wheel as well. So click on that. Oops. Make sure you come back to this tab. Click on that. And you rename that steering wheel. Now we don't need to group this one, however we can just drag that to the top. We can hide that. So basically anything that we can see now which can be animated, we can sort out. And I don't, I think that this car's going to be fine. Because I can't see anything else on this car that will be moving. I mean the mirrors might, but won't really worry about the mirrors. So yeah, now what we're going to do is we're going to hide the car, and then turn the rest of these reds to green. And there we go. So what we've got the wheels, doors, and steering wheel to do. So actually what we'll do is we'll just start off with the wheels. Actually no, you know what, because this is going to turn out into a long video, I'm going to stop this and then I'm going to start it again because my Cam Studio crashes. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, what's up? I'm back. I'm going to try and get this one recorded because it keeps failing on me. It's like one thing after another. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to now set the anchor point for the wheels. So we're going to come into side view, and then we are going to select both of the left wheels. Nope, sorry, both of the back wheels because it's on side view. My bad. And then we're going to check on this anchor point tool and make sure the move tool's on, and we can move this freely around without actually touching the axes. And then once we get zoomed right in, we can pop that dead in the center and then zoom out. So that's all good. And then do the same for the front wheels. So pop those in the center as well. And there we go. So what that's done is that has basically set the same anchor point for both the front and back wheels, just to save time as doing it individually. I can't get it out of my mouth, but yeah, whatsoever. Alright, so then we're going to come to front view, or top view, sorry, and then we're going to select the left wheels, and to make sure this blue line aligns up kind of pretty much in the center of these wheels. Now this one doesn't really matter whereabouts it goes, but the others do, as long as they're sort of roughly in the center. And there we go. So then when we come back to perspective view and we select each of our wheels, each one has got its own anchor point. So that's a nice speedy way of doing it. So then we'll hide the wheels and turn on the doors, and we'll start on these. So again, same principle. Come into side view, select the back doors, make sure the anchor point tool is on. Pop that there because that's where the hinge will be for the door, so that is where the movement will be taking place from. And do the same for the front, which will be about here. And then we go to top view, select both of the left doors, pop that to the very left, and the same with the right doors, and pop that to the very right. And then we come off, check off, and we can select each door, and it's got the same anchor point. And that's how you do those. I think we've got a steering wheel to do as well. Yep. So we'll hide the doors and check on the steering wheel. So we'll make that green because the car's hidden. So then what we want to do is, again, we want to just come into the various views. We'll start off with front view. Get that pretty much bang in the center. So make sure this green line is sort of middle with this little mesh polygon thing. So it'll be about there and about there, because obviously the red line is centered here and the green line is centered here. And then what we want to do is we want to come to side view and make sure that's centered as well. Straight bang in the middle here. And there we go. And then what we want to do, because we've moved it, the steering wheel is actually at a slant, so we can rotate our anchor point. So we'll rotate that so the blue axis is level with the steering wheel, which I'd say that is about right. And then we'll check that off. So we'll come into move tool and we'll zoom in, and you can see now that that anchor point is nice centered and angled. So then we come and rotate the steering wheel, that's fine, it's all good. No funny movements. So that is how you would rig a car. Unless you wanted to do certain things like lights, I'll show you what to do. Now, these lights, I don't know how to explain it, like the backlights, they illuminate. However, if you start adding lights like that and start put them at the back, let me add a floor just so we can see, and lift it up. Oh, that's why, because the floor is higher than the car. There we go. So if we start putting lights at the back and then turning them red, you'll see what it does. Yeah, it illuminates the floor as well. However, if you still want to illuminate these lights, this is my method. I would set up a lighting. Now you can download my lighting pack in the animation pack that I put on my channel. So what I do is I grab a lighting, delete the, actually no, keep the mesh, and select the lights together and size it down till, what the fuck, where the hell's that gone? Oh, there it is. And size it down till the guy is really little. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to select the car and I'm going to boost that up big time. Because, yeah, the car's way too small. So there we go. And then we'll just select these and kind of make sure that the guy's level, which that'll be about right. Delete the mesh. And you can delete the fill and backlights. We don't need those. Just keep the key light. And what we want to do is we want to bring that down wherever it is. Let's go to the top view and make sure we can align that correctly. So it'll be there. And zoom out a bit and bring that down. So there it is. Wow, so now we can just size this down big time. And then we can just position that in front of the light. And turn this light red. So again, it's the same principle, you know, but if you render it now, you'll see that the whole car is red. But what we want to do is we want to grab this little box here and bring that in. So then when we render it, you see nothing but a red light. And that is because it is illuminating. So then what we can do is we can go into the general and turn the intensity up to about 200. Possibly bring the radius in a bit, and that is how I would do it. And then I'll do the same for the other side. Pop that there and about there. But what I will do is I'll select both of them and then no, I won't, because that's gone funny. I'll group both of them, select the anchor point, and make sure this rotation is both at 0. So then it's just easy to bring back along the z-axis. So there we go, we got that. And there will be a reflection of red light on the ground. So we won't worry too much about that, as you can see here. So we've got the red lights illuminated, and we want to do the front lights now. So the front lights I would keep as a spotlight, definitely, because obviously when light shines, it shines as a spotlight, as you pretty much already know. So I don't really need to tell you this. So what we want to do is we want to turn off the other lights and turn off this light. No, actually, we'll just turn the intensity down but turn it on. No, it's still not working, is it? Okay. What we want to do is we just want to position these into the headlights. So it'll be about there. Looks pretty good. And then we can unhide it. And because we've both got the position of this one, we can copy and paste the light, and we can bring it to the other headlight as well. But as you can see, the light begins here. So what we do is we select both of them now, we rotate, and we point those towards the ground. And then maybe get the actual spotlight itself, the ends. Actually, now what I will do, actually, I've forgotten to do something. Before rotating them, you just delete the one. Bring the light back in by using the center one, and make the circle or the radius bigger by grabbing that and opening it. And then that's a lot better. So then we can, again, copy and paste, move along, and then we can rotate them towards the ground. And that is how I would do headlights. And I could just pop those in with the others. So we've got them turned off now. And the same thing, you can add area lights onto the sirens if you want. You can have one red and one blue, which we will do now. So copy and paste the red light because it's just a lot easier. And make sure it's on the red side, which is this one. And just make sure it's just sitting on top. We don't want it inside, otherwise you won't see the light or the reflection around it. So we'll do that, and then we'll copy and paste that one, turn it blue, so about that will do. Yeah, obviously it's gone purple because I've got a mixture of red and blue. If you bring that along, say here, then that's all good. You might want to be able to just like bring the radius up a little bit on these, because obviously that they are sirens. So depending on where your camera is, if you're looking from the front view, you might want to just bring the light further forward, just so you can see the sirens. There we go. And then obviously you can just you know, adjust the flash. Oops, I've got to put that one back up to 200. And there we go. So if I now pop these into the light folder, because it's hidden, you can't see the light now. When I render it, let's see what we got. Alright, so we got the red and blue flashing lights, so we can see they're clearly illuminated. And we have the headlights. Now we want to I'm going to change these headlights to an orangey colour, which will be just... Now to do an orangey colour, you don't just go to yellow or orange and then just whack it all up like that. That looks hideous. Because if I render it, obviously the red and blue are fine because they are solid lights. But that doesn't look like headlights, does it? So what you want to do is you want to balance the orange into the white. So you want to come to the greyish area about here. That will probably do. And then we can render that. So that's a little bit better. And then obviously I'll just show you the back. So we've got the headlights illuminated. And obviously we can't see the sirens because the light's just over the other side. But we can always bring them back, that's fine. So yeah, that is how you illuminate the lights on the car. And obviously if you want to just illuminate the whole thing, you're going to need to just grab a light, pop that up here somewhere, and maybe just bring the intensity down a bit. So then now, if we render it, we'll see the car, and we'll see the lights as well. There we go, so you can see the sirens on top are illuminated. That's the way that I would do it, because obviously you got no way of adjusting the texture or animating the texture, not that I know of, unless it's a PNG sequence, and that means you're going to have to cut the whole siren out, animate it, and so forth. As you can see, these lights are too far out, so what you do is you just tilt those down so they're looking more towards the ground. And that is basically how you'd rig a car. So you set the wheels up, and you set some lights up, and the doors and whatnot. And then what you would do is, once you got all the lights in a folder, just name those lights. And then just drag that in with the car as well. And then that is it. You have got your car. So I hope you like it, guys. Please like and comment. Suggest any more Let's Animates that you want to see, or Let's Rig, anything like that, and I'll try and do it. So I'll see you later, guys. Peace.